Hi everyone, and welcome to Signs Matter. Yes, Signs Matter, and so do you. My name is Monique. I'm the host of Signs Matter, and I am so honored to be sitting next to this man that I will introduce to you in just a moment. Until I do, I want to do a quick disclaimer to let you know Signs Matter is a platform with entertainment only. That means that all is alleged, and anything that our guests say or speak of is not my beliefs or Signs Matter. It's just entertainment. So enjoy yourselves. We hope this is an inspiration to you. Welcome to Signs Matter. Tell a friend. Right now, I'm in the presence of Dr. Romeo Brooks. I want to introduce to some, present to others, a man who is actually a father. He's actually a husband. He's a grandfather. He's a doctor, has a PhD, and 45 years as a fireman. Yes, 45 years as a fireman. Oh, 32?
Yes.
Oh, you're 32 years. 32 years and 15 years retired.
Yes.
15 years retired for 32 years as a fireman, as well as his own owner of where we're sitting today in Roots Nutrition, his actual facility for fitness and nutrition. We'll get into that as well. It's an honor, it's a pleasure to introduce Dr. Romeo Brooks. How are you doing today?
I'm amazing. I'm glad to be here, Monique. It's exciting for me too.
Exactly. He's always amazing. When I first met Dr. Brooks, it was a pleasure. I don't know if you remember at AC Green.
That's right.
AC Green from the Los Angeles Lakers, actually a legend, AC Green. They called him the Iron Man because he never stopped playing basketball. He always played, never missed a game, hardly ever missed a game. But I met you at his camp in Los Angeles, and you were there talking about fitness and actually your book. I got your book there. Let's read out your book.
Body Intelligence.
Got your book, Body Intelligence. Also an author, and he signed it for me. But I had this book for over a decade. We'll get into the book as well. But I got his book there, talking to the children. I was there coaching youth, boys and girls basketball, and you were there supporting AC Green, the children.
Yes, fitness and nutrition.
Fitness and nutrition. Yeah, so enough about me talking. Tell you about you. Tell us a little bit more about you. How did it all start? How did Dr. Romeo Brooks, and when he tell you his age, sit back. I hope you're sitting down like we're sitting down. When he tell you his age, it's going to shock you. But tell us a little bit more about you and just your life, where you come from, your family, and why is fitness so important to you?
Yeah, I grew up in Watts, California. Most people know where that is. South Central LA, as we used to call it. But I had a big family. I'm number 10 of 12 kids. And so I have a mother and father, but we were welfare recipients. So that's not good. We didn't have much money. So part of my growing up was to drink sugar water every day. I would walk back from 92nd Elementary School and put some tap water in a mayonnaise jar, pour in sugar, stir it up and drink it. Then I drink an extra glass of water so I could feel full and then walk back to school. And a lot of people would always ask me, how come I didn't have free lunch? Well, I'm 70 years old, so they didn't have free lunch back in the early 60s.
Wow, it's sad they didn't have free lunch, but let's pause for a moment. 70 years young, ladies and gentlemen. Show me biceps.
Oh, gosh,
70 years young.
No.
Okay, so why sugar? Who taught you to put sugar in water, first of all?
Well, my older brothers and sisters did. I was number 10 of 12 kids, so I saw what they did, and I did the same thing. You have to have energy, because I go to school without breakfast and then come back for lunch and put that in here and drink it up. And, we ate okay on the first. We got to check on the 1st and the 15th of the month. So that only kept us for like 3 days after each day we got paid. But anyway, long story short, I grew up in Watts. I still enjoy my life. I don't look at my childhood as bad or anything like that. And so, I went through there and then, got into college. And in college, when I ate well, what I thought I ate well. It might sound funny, but every day I ate a double cheeseburger, fries, a Coke, and coconut cream pie. I ate that every day, and I got full and loved it, had no complaints. It was filling, it was the best thing in the world.
So did your older siblings go to college? Were you the first to go to college? When did you know you wanted to go to college?
Oh, I knew early on. Yeah, some went before me, they went to junior college.
Okay.
And some of them got an AA degree, my brother did, one of my sisters, but it wasn't like a big thing to push education or whatever.
Really?
I just knew, I hung around some of the smart kids growing up. So in elementary school, I got academic achievement awards. And
nice.
I kind of went from there, but I got married at a young age. I was just 21, and so
Okay.
you know, after that, and then having a kid, it's like he was crying. It's like I felt like I wasn't taken care of. That's what he meant. So
Okay.
I said I got to get a job. So I called LAPD, Highway Patrol, Deputy
Okay.
Sheriffs, County Marshals, State Police,
Wow.
Harbor Patrol. The only ones having a test was the fire department. So I got on the fire department. Anyway, let me get past on that. So after years of being on the fire department,
Okay.
how did I get to here at the Roots, right?
Yes.
I took this lady to the hospital in the ambulance.
Okay.
No exaggeration. This lady had 2 grocery bags and a shoebox full of medications.
Wow.
Literally, no exaggeration. Took her to the hospital. I just thought that was ridiculous. But 2 weeks later, she got 4 more additional meds. And I went on the call again. And that second time, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. You cannot poison the body into health. You cannot take more and more toxic drugs, put them in an already toxic body and expect it to improve. So I'm thinking if drugs can make an already sick person healthy, then it should make a healthy person healthier.
Exactly.
And it's not going to happen. So
Now let's
that's-
go back to college real quick. We want to know, what did you major in? Was you an athlete? What did you major in?
No, I actually majored in sociology. I thought I wanted to be in a boys' home.
Oh, okay. And
That was the thing.
what gave you the passion to want to work with boys?
I used to watch some Disney show
Okay.
growing up where they had these kids on a ranch. Somehow, you know, being poor, said, ooh, I want to live on a ranch.
Okay.
I want to be taken care
From
of.
walks to the ranch. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
But that was the thing. And so that's what I felt like. But then, you know, got married and got on the fire department.
So you met your wife in college or after college? Or?
No, I was going to a church. Met her at a church, actually.
Okay.
And so from there, yeah, we got married in January, had a baby in October, like
Okay.
10 months later. And I was young. I was like 22. I said, I got to get a real job.
So you became a fireman. So
Yeah.
the fireman was the only option you had because the other options weren't.
Right, they weren't hired.
Okay, so how did you like? Tell us a little bit about you training to be a fireman. How was it? How was that being young? How did you like it?
Oh, God,
Was it
yeah.
scary running into a fire building? Was it? How was all that process?
Absolutely.
Can you share with the
No,
audience?
people don't get it. I mean,
I don't get it.
I mean, how many sane people would run into a burning building?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't do it. But even training for it, my thing was, you know, they paid well and it was only 10 days a month. You worked
Oh, 10 days a month.
24-hour shifts a month.
Wow.
So-
Say again, how many hours?
10 24-hour shifts a month. So for example, if you work Monday, you're off Tuesday. You work Wednesday, you're off Thursday.
Okay.
You work Friday, you're off Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And then it just keeps going like that. And you still get holidays and 6 days and vacation days, but
Nice.
you know, I did the workout. I was working out for, you know, sprinting and lifting weights and stuff. It was the hardest thing I've ever done.
I can imagine. Wow.
Really. And but anyway, 10,000 people took the written exam at Hollywood High School. They had the medical, the background, the physical ability, the psychological test. After that, 10,000 took the exam, and after all of that, only 44 people went into training.
44. Now, how many again?
Only 44 people went into the drill tower. That's like the police academy.
How
we
many
call it the
actually
drill tower.
tried
How many
out?
actually? Oh, 10,000 people tried out.
So out of 10,000 people, Dr. Brooks, you were one of the 44.
Yes, 44
Wow,
went into training, but only
amazing.
23 graduated.
Well, the 10,000 tried out, 44 got chosen to train, and only 24 graduated.
23.
23, and you were the
Yeah,
23.
I was one of the 23. I actually be the fastest. I could run fast.
Really?
So we did a thing called up and over. We had to run up this, you know, like 7 or 8 story concrete building. So we run up this ladder straight up the building.
Wow.
Once we got to the top, we ran across the roof to the other side of the building.
Okay.
Climbed down the fire escape, climbing through the 2nd story window, slide the pole, and then run around the entire building twice. So I slid. By the time I hit the bottom of the pole, I blasted out the door. I just sped by everyone else and still came out number 1.
Number 1. Wow, so 23 actually graduated.
Yeah.
Wow, congratulations.
Oh yeah, but it was worth it. It was the best thing. I wound up doing 32 years.
Really?
You know, delivered 7 babies on the job.
Wow.
You know, I would deliver a baby one day and pronounce 5 people dead the next.
Wow.
And eventually led to that lady I took to the hospital with the 2
Yes.
grocery bags and
Yeah,
shoebox.
back to that story. And one more question. How did you deal with, like you said, delivering a baby, 7 babies total in 32 years,
32 years, yeah.
to having 4 people you see unalive? How, and we can't use the word dead, as be unalived or not living,
Yeah.
but how did you deal with that now they have things like therapists and counselors. Did they have that in place for firemen back then?
They eventually got a department of psychologists, but
Okay.
you know, we chalked it up. You know,
That's lots to see.
The thing with the fire department, there's an emergency. When we get a call, something's going wrong, something's going to awry, and it's going to get worse until we show up. And you get used to it. I mean, the first incident I had, it was a wreck, auto wreck, and the guy in the passenger seat went through the windshield. So he's bleeding out of his eyes, out of his nose, out of his mouth, out of his ears. I thought I was calm, but my partner that was with me, he said my eyes were bugged out of my head.
Well, I mean, that would be expected. That's not something you want to see or experience.
But you know what? You get used to it.
Okay,
That's the thing.
Okay.
Because you have to do it, and you know, you can't be panicking when something's going wrong because you're there to save lives. And so when you do it repeatedly, habitually, consistently, and daily, you get used to it. You get used to the blood. You get used to everything. And so no matter what, you brought up to a fire. There's a 2-story apartment building with a penthouse, and people are just jumping out and landing on the sidewalk, breaking their legs and ankles and wrists and busting their heads open.
A lot of graphic.
You go in and do what you got to do.
I never imagined it was that graphic. And those who are watching, please have your children not watch right now. It's kind of graphic what we're talking about, but it's truth. It's truth what you experienced.
Absolutely.
And I want to thank you personally for serving 32 years
Thank you.
and helping those who had delivered babies and those who were stuck in the fire and serving. We appreciate it.
Oh yeah, I was glad to do it. I think it's the best part-time job on the planet. That's
Really?
what I call it.
Part-time?
No, it's really fulfilling
Days a week?
because it's like, I remember one lady I delivered in a parking lot.
Okay.
And she brought the baby back, And she brought it back to the fire station.
So the baby you delivered.
Yeah.
So you deliver the babies. Are you guys trained to deliver like that?
Yes, we were trained. As a matter of fact, that's the first baby I delivered was my youngest daughter.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
Oh, it was the best. Well, because I had just learned everything.
Oh, okay.
And so my wife at the time was pregnant, and so I came back saying, these hands are highly trained. I'm gonna deliver this baby. So for 2.5 to 3 months, I kept saying, I'm gonna deliver this baby. He said, no, you're not. Oh, I am. These hands are ready for it.
Okay.
And I just kept languaging that over and over and over again, talking about manifestation, right? And I was joking.
Really?
Of course I was really joking. But I was joking with energy and emotionality. I'm like, these hands are highly trained, so I'm gonna deliver this baby.
Wow.
I said it with enthusiasm, but I was really joking because all things equal, I was going to take her to the hospital and deliver at the hospital.
Yeah, the actual normal way or popular way.
Yeah, but the day of the birth, you know, she said, oh, she's having contractions, so we have to wait. I had 2 children before that, so I started the van, had it going as we started walking down the driveway. It was a January 2nd, so the driveway was wet. So we started walking down the driveway, and she said, the head is coming, the head is coming. And I'm like, I'm just thinking about the baby dropping and hitting the driveway. So I laid her down, sure enough, she was crying.
Wow.
So like 60 seconds later, the baby's delivered. And, you know, I tied off the shoes with one of my tennis shoestrings, tied off the cord, I should say.
Buckle cord.
Yeah. So 2 inches from the navel, 2 inches from the air, cut it off with scissors. And sure enough, my buddies from the fire station came, Jesse and Joe Ortiz.
Look at God.
They were in the ambulance, and it was like, oh my gosh, it's Romeo.
They just happened to come visit you?
Well, no, the ambulance we called happened to be my buddies from my own station.
Really? Look at that.
And so they came and taking pictures and all that stuff.
Your hands are ready.
Yes, I was ready. So that was the first baby I delivered, was my own. So after that, it was like no big deal.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So you have 3 children,
Yes.
1 son and 2 daughters.
Yes.
You want to share a little bit more about your children? Because I know you're very proud of them. I know you have a daughter live abroad in Italy, and you have grandchildren.
Yeah, I think, of course, every parent thinks they have the best children on the planet, but yeah, even though I grew up in Watts, I raised my children in Lake Arrowhead.
Okay.
This is a mountain resort community.
Very
The
nice.
high school was ranked 3rd in the country academically.
Very nice.
So I went there, they had a totally different experience. That was the era when Michelle Kwan was the Olympic ice skater, and she would practice up there.
So we
sit around. Yeah, but they loved it every day. They're adults now. They thank me every day.
Really?
Yeah, for raising them up there. You know, we didn't worry about anything, games or this or that. And, you know, we leave the door unlocked all day.
I love that.
I mean, we locked it at night when we went to bed. But,
Yes.
you know, crime or anything like that, none of those experiences at all.
But you always want better for your children, even though Watts was your experience.
Yes.
It was still a great experience, created a great man out of it. but you want your children to have a safer environment where they can, you know, have, like I said, great experience. Now they're thanking you for.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. They're all three English teachers.
Oh, they're all English teachers.
Yeah.
Okay.
My youngest daughter went to Florence, Italy to teach English.
Okay.
Wound up meeting her husband there
Nice.
a year later.
Okay.
So now she's married with 3 boys. And then my other daughter, she got her master's in English from UC Irvine.
Nice. Okay.
And now she's married to a Swedish guy.
Swedish. Okay, so
They have 2 boys. And then my son, he just got his PhD in film, as a matter of fact.
You're a proud father.
In
That's
March. Oh yeah. So he has a daughter, a 7-year-old.
Wow, congratulations.
And so, I have the best children on the planet.
Well,
No doubt about
and
it.
you're a great father, and you're a great example. And I don't know why you're being a beacon for the community. You're inspiration to me. When I call Dr. Brooks, I love his products. We get into his products. He's always positive. You know, when you talk to people, sometimes it feels like you're getting dumped on with their problems. This man is feeding you. He really feeds the soul. Like you really feed my soul. He's been great. He's always giving advice, and I appreciate you. But tell him,
Absolutely.
you're a beacon of the community. If no one else thanks you, I'm thanking you. He gives back. We were just here. He's actually closed today, but he opened up for me to this interview. But he had like 3 customers that happened to come. One is a fireman, is his wife. One was Dr. Who came by?
Oh, Dr. Rosie Milligan.
Like a Rose Milligan company. All get his products. He's serving the community for years, for decades. Tell us, as you mentioned the story, we'll get back to the lady who put the bags of medication. What gave you the drive to open this Foods Nutrition and Sports facility? What gave you that inspiration to do so? And it's been a blessing to know to me, but how is it for you? Give it back, because you pay it forward all the time.
I actually had an office in Eagle Rock. I was still in the fire department.
Oh, okay.
So I worked in Eagle Rock at the fire station and had an office there. So I was there for 2 years, and people wanted to buy products. And
Let's go back to your office. How did that start, and what did you do there?
Oh, I did consultations.
For
People
what?
in the fire department, for firemen, more or less.
Really?
Yeah, and they may have some wives may have a problem, so they would ask me about it.
So he was an active fireman. As being an active fireman, 24 hours, 10 days a week, as he calls part-time job. But he also made the time to have a facility to counsel his actual peers. So you counseled them in what? Can you explain this?
Just whatever different health challenges. By and large, it's energy. Most people don't have enough energy, or they have some ailment or some pain, which is just inflammation. Anytime you have pain, there's too much acid, a lack of oxygen, and inflammation. And so to go in and alkalize the body and finding a way to get around that stuff, and then get people to move. A lot of times people just don't move.
Yes.
So they have all this stagnation, stagnation in blood flow, lymph flow, and nerve flow,
Yes.
which are the energy systems in the body. And so people don't know. My whole thing is movement is medicine. Movement is life.
Yes.
And we know those out there could be listening to me. You know how much you move or how much you don't move.
No judgment, but
I do want it to be an indictment, because aging is inactivity. That's what it comes down to.
one more time, say that slowly for people in the back.
Aging is inactivity.
So what activity would you encourage someone that's sitting like us, that sits a lot of the time at work, they sit at home, they have the motivation to move. I can't relate to that, but there are a lot of people out there that's doing it, struggling physically, or maybe not struggling physically, but don't want to move physically. What would you do the first step to get up and move, just to start?
Oh, it starts with your legs. Your legs are your longevity. They're the first to go.
Legs, longevity.
On the fire department, you would see people stumble, like hit a lip in the sidewalk. They do a face plant.
Wow.
They'd have a baseball-sized hickey over their eye. They fracture their wrist because they can't stop. They can step on a piece of carpet and just go down.
So the legs are first to give out.
Oh yeah, the legs are first to go. I mean, if you see older people, you can see their gait, how they walk. It's like their balance is not good, they're unstable.
Interesting.
And so, even squats, just sit in a chair and stand up, sit down and stand up. Or sit down and let your bottom touch and just stand back up.
Okay.
You gotta build your legs. Even doing that, just a few every day.
Can you give an example of one?
Oh yeah, well it's like standing up and then you sit down.
Okay.
And stand up and sit down. And just do that repeatedly, 10 times or so.
10 times is a
And then
start.
rest. Yeah,
Okay.
you just have to start. Most people just don't start. But when you do that, matter of fact, I have a little test that I do when I'm speaking to an audience.
Okay.
I was at the Pasadena Hilton.
He's also a speaker, author.
It was the Pasadena Hilton, so it was a man cave. So the youngest in there was 21, the eldest was 90 years old.
Nice.
So Now this chair is high, so it's easy. But normally you sit in a regular chair, you sit all the way back in the chair, I'll have them cross their arms, and then get up on one leg.
Okay.
Simple as that. Well, believe it or
I'll
not,
try it.
they couldn't do it.
I get it.
That's the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah, so nobody in the room could get up.
Wow.
It shows you how weak your legs
We're going to
are.
pause. We have someone here, Dr. Brooks.
Okay? Yeah, awesome.
You'll pause.